We already did part A, so let's scroll down and look at part B. Right here, it says 50 centimeters. Now, first of all, it's asking us for an estimate. If we wanted to estimate how many inches this would be,
How many inches is it from here to your home?
right? Right, we know that the exact measurement from our formula sheet is 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. But for an estimate, going to 2.5 centimeters might be easier to use. Now, you're still working with a decimal there, and sometimes working with a decimal is a little bit hard. So if I knew that 1 inch was about 2.5 centimeters, as far as estimating goes, what would 2 inches be? A different number, yes. If 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters, 2 inches will be 5 centimeters. Now, once you have that, these are whole numbers. Maybe you can figure out a way to get to 50 centimeters from 5. What would you need to multiply by? 10. So if you multiplied by 10 to get to 50 there, how many inches do you think it would be? About 20 inches. Same thing there. As an estimate, I could multiply by 10. If I know 2 inches is 5 centimeters, then 20 inches will be about 50 centimeters. Now, if we wanted to find it exactly, we could set up our proportion. I want to find out how many inches for what? For 50 centimeters. So there's my proportion, and I know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Multiply both sides by 50. And we get 19.685. I guess I need to round. If I'm going to round 685, I'll write 69. If I round to 2 decimal places. And then to the nearest inch, if we wanted to find it to the nearest inch, we'd round up to 20 inches. So our estimate actually got the answer exactly, because we were using something very close, 2.5 centimeters, when it was actually 2.54. If we wanted more of an exact answer, the proportion gives us a more exact answer. So, we've got a couple here on your turn to try. We'll go over those answers in a bit. I'll come around and help you. So let's see how you did on part A. Now, for approximating it, it's 12.5. Here, one way, if I know that 1 inch is approximately 2.5 centimeters, and I count by 2.5 centimeters. 2.5, then 5, then 7.5, then 10, then 12.5. Well, 12.5 centimeters is 5 inches. So my approximate is a little less than 5 inches. And you could say 4.8 or 4.9 if you wanted to, but that would be a way of estimating or approximating it. Some people would say around 5. Now, if you want to convert it exactly, 12 centimeters to inches, we want to find inches for 12 centimeters. And on our formula sheet, we know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Multiply both sides by 12, and we get 4.72, 4.7 inches. So now, if we rounded it to the nearest inch would be 5 inches. And you can draw a nice, pretty sales tag around the box. So that is how you could do part A. I'll let you work a little bit for part B, and then we'll go over that one in a second. Now, this is an interesting one because, first of all, it says, what is the height of the tree in inches? And you have feet, and you look on your formula sheet, and sure enough, it says that 1 foot is 12 inches. So we can set up a proportion, or maybe you can see a shortcut and just say, well, if I know that 1 foot is 12 inches, 7 feet would just be multiplying by 7. So I can multiply this by 7 and get 84 inches. Perfect. Maybe you want to still set up a proportion because you're getting really good at it. So you say, I want to know how many inches is 7 feet. I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. And I feel really good because setting up a proportion just makes it easy for me. And I don't have to think as much, and I just multiply both sides by 12. And either way, we get 84 inches. Now we want to approximate the height in centimeters. So we're imagining someone that's 7 feet tall. Maybe we're using our references that we did the other day that said, okay, about up to my hip is a meter. So 7 feet, that looks like 2 meters and a bit. It's an approximation. You can use that. And a bit. Nice. How long is a bit? Well, I'm not quite sure. But 2 meters and a bit, a little bit more than 2 meters. Now, if we want to find it exactly, well, we're going to have to set up a proportion. And I noticed that some of you, when you're setting up your proportion, you said, I have X centimeters and I have 7 feet. But when you went to your formula sheet, there was no conversion for feet to centimeters. So we get sort of stuck. But we do have inches to centimeters on our formula sheet. So instead of using the 7 feet here on the bottom, since we already changed 7 feet to 84 inches, we could say 84 inches because those are the same. And then over here we could say I know there's 2.54 centimeters in 1 inch. Multiply both sides by 84. And we get 213.36 centimeters. So now we know that the a bit was 13 centimeters. Yes?
You said approximate the height in centimeters and you put meters.
Oh, I put meters. Thank you. So instead of 2 meters, I should say 200 centimeters and a bit.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.